Here we go, here we go, here we go. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are live for UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. It is the first fight of the night. As always, it's your boy, Mike Jason MMA, the man with the golden mic. Back at it like a crack addict in the 80s. And this first fight, bangers so far, just as the rest of the card has been. A card not looking very heavy on paper has been lights out to watch. Every fight has been a good fight, even the unfortunate ending of Chris Curtis. That man cannot catch a goddamn break. Another illegal headbutt causing a cut. Man, feel bad for him. The fight wasn't quite going his way, but you could tell that he wanted to continue fighting. He did not want it to end like that. You never know in MMA with those 4-ounce gloves, with the power of Curtis, how it would have went. But right now, we see a goddamn early workings of what I believe is going to be a barn burner. Anders Berriut, let's fucking go. Round one at about 3.5 minutes left in the round. If you need links, you should know by now. Closed mouths don't get fed. Holla at me if you need me. Understand what I'm saying to you? Let's go. Anders, very nice knees to the body. Working Berriut against the cage. Controlling where this fight takes place as of now. Oh, those short elbows mixing into uppercuts. Liking what I'm seeing from Eryk Anders so far. A man who has been up and down. Who has flirted with the rankings. But can't really string it together. You got to imagine opening up a pay-per-view card. He has to feel the pressure. Definitely the bigger name out of the two. For Berriut, this is a way for him to introduce himself to the world. A lot of fans are not going to be familiar with him. And even the ones that are don't go around saying, I can't wait to see the next Berriut fight. This is the perfect stage for both men, and you could tell they both know it as well. Throwing bombs to come out. But Berriut, these straight punches, they are going to pay off if this fight lasts throughout the whole 15 minutes. They are landing and they're thudding. There is force behind those strikes. But Eryk Anders just all over him, keeping him pressed up against the cage. And I'm telling you, those short elbows, those uppercuts, and those looping punches against the cage, where Berriut has nowhere to escape, is paying dividends. As you see, 82% significant strike percentage landed for Eryk Anders, and that is because he's choosing when to throw those strikes, and it's mainly against that fence. Missing in the knees now once again. Everything Anders is throwing this round is straight fire. I'm loving the mixing of the uppercuts and the knees. Again, if you need links, I got you. Closed mouths don't get fed. Holla at me if you heard me. Both men retaking the center of the octagon. And right again, Eryk Anders pushing him against the fence. This time working the double leg. He has his hands, I can't tell if they're connected or not, and if they're under the butt. I believe it might be right on the waistline, yeah. If you've been here before with me, you know if you lock those hands and you get beneath them cheeks, you heard what I said, the likelihood of getting that takedown, astronomical. Able to get a quick, almost a takedown. I would not score that takedown. Looks like they did not score the takedown either, but he was able to get Berriut down to a knee for a second. Whoo, nice slip, and then the left hand from Berriut, and now he's on Anders. Anders right back at him, though, with a flying knee. Anders looking a little gassed at the end of round one, and what a round that was. Let's take a look at the stats before the next round. God damn, what a round it was. If you have not done so already, like, subscribe, follow. I'm here for every major combat sports event Eric Anders pushing the cut man off. I am 99.999% sure that's out of frustration of how tired he is. I'm pretty sure Eric Anders is upset about how exhausted he is. That's not a good sign. And look at that. That cross, that right cross over the top, the best punch that landed for Barriott. And then again, the elbows, the inside hooks, the uppercuts, the knees against the fence. Beautiful from Anders. I give that round clearly to him. As I pull up the stats right here. Total strikes, it says that Barriott had landed more strikes. I don't know about that, but I will say the bulk of the power punches came from Eric Anders. Fuck what the stats is talking about. Eric Anders pushing forward again. Can he keep that pace for 3 rounds? Oh, nice kick to the body. Eric Anders did not like that. You see, he went for the shot right after. Barriott may not be winning this fight, but oh, kick to the body from Anders. That was nasty. Barriott might not be winning, but it's looking like he has the deeper gas tank as of now. He does not look tired. As Eric Anders calls that low blow, the ref agrees, stops the action. If I'm Eric Anders, be honest with y'all, even if it did not hurt, I'm going to take my minutes, catch my breath. As you saw, he pushed the cut man away. It was when he touched his nose, so I don't know if his nose was hurt from that right cross or if it's out of frustration over how exhausted he seems to appear. And of course, as always, they feel the need to replay low blows. I will never, ever understand that. All right, Eric Anders takes about 50 seconds, says he's ready. Still breathing a little hard, though. Ref gives a soft warning. Bring him to the center of the octagon, starts it right back up. Eric Anders, forward pressure again. The good thing is that the forward pressure isn't just linear, though. He is choosing his angles. He is cutting the cage off, and he's not exactly following Barriott. At times, he does take a misstep, and that's when you see Barriott land that cross over the top. And that kick up the middle is money. That teep kick right in the solar plex, disgusting. And right there, Eric Anders tries to slip, thinking the jab's coming. Bam, eats a cross from Barriott. Barriott's best strike in this matchup so far, is the kick to the bodies and those crosses. Beautiful. As it lands another kick to the body. Those things are disgusting. That time it was just all shin. Good head movement from Eric Anders. Up against the cage again. This is where Anders wants to be. That seems to be what his game plan is focused on, is pushing him against the cage and trying to wear on him. Unfortunately, I believe it's been working as a double-edged sword because Eric Anders has looked gassed at moments, but he is able to finish that single leg beautifully. Just really yokes up that single leg and chucks it down. Beautiful. That's high school wrestling at its finest right there. Speaking of, looks like he almost has him in a cradle. He does have the cradle. His hands are locked. Barriott able to get his head out of there, though. Work his way up against the cage. But again, this is where Anders wants to be. Those short elbows, beautiful. That left elbow lands very nicely for Anders. Barriott landed an elbow as well. I couldn't tell if Anders was tired and stepped back or if it hurt. What just happened? Another low blow. Yikes. Oh, the knee hit him in the chest, but the shin right there in the knuts. Unfortunate. Obviously unintentional, but it definitely happened. And if you're Barry Olt, I mean, that has to gut you because you just worked up, right? You feel like maybe Anders is getting a little tired. And every time he's getting a little tired, you kick him in the nuts and give him a minute or two to catch his breath. And once again, if I'm Anders, I'm taking my time. Be mad if you want. Stop kicking him in his nuts. And that's exactly what Eric Anders is doing. Pacing back and forth, taking his time, catching his breath, as he should. Instead of rushing back in there with his tough guy shit, he's using his time wisely. He just worked really hard for that takedown, really hard to try to keep him down. He worked his way up, as you see Henry Hooft in the background, the coach of Eric Anders. And now Eric Anders takes 90 seconds that time, almost twice as long as last time, to catch his breath, and now he's back. He gets another warning, but I don't like to see a bunch of warnings. Eventually, you're going to have to take that point, ref. I assume if it happens again that he had... Oh, that cross from Eric Anders. Beautiful. Head movement on point tonight from Eric Anders. Slips to the right and bam, cross right over the top. Beautiful. Those kicks are strong, but he's going to have to put something in front of it. He can't just throw it blindly. That's how you get countered. And as I've been talking about all fight thus far, the two best strikes from Barry Alt is the right cross and those kicks to the body. They are disgusting. You can hear them. That one landed on the arms. Minute 20 left in the second round. As always, if you need links, closed mouths, don't get fed. It's your boy Mike Jason MMA, the man with the golden mic, and we are live for UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. First fight of the night. We have a minute left in the second round. Barry Alt versus Anders. It's been a goddamn barn burner from the second the bell rang, and I don't think that shit is going to stop anytime soon. At one point, it did look like Eric Anders was gassing a bit, but two low blows and 2.5 minutes later of injury time, Eric Anders looks revived. La 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 la. Oh, I'm telling you, that kick to the body is nasty from Barrel. That is his best strike beyond that cross. But we haven't seen the cross much in the second round. As Eric Anders lands a nice cross. Barry Alt pulling that jab, but he's not throwing anything behind it to make Eric Anders respect him. Those kicks to the bodies are good, but he's going to have to do more. I don't know about y'all, but I give that round to Eric Anders as well. I have it 2-0 Anders. Eric Anders definitely throwing the more combinations as well. Let's take a look again at the stats before this next round starts. Very close, 62 strikes to 57. I'm sorry, to 67. It keeps saying Barry Alt's landing more. It does not look like it, but hey, who am I? The man with the golden mic, that's who, but you know what I mean. That next pay-per-view card, Volkanovski versus Rodriguez, Moreno versus Pantoja 2. That is going to be some shit. Don't think I will be with you, ladies and gentlemen, for that card. Unfortunately, your boy will be traveling, getting my outside on. Understand me? But I will be back the card after that. Don't worry. I know you'll miss me, baby. Oh, nice knee, followed by a left hand for Eric Anders. Eric Anders still moving forward. There are people with Barriault up 2-0. I don't know what I'm watching. I have it clearly 2-0 for Anders, but hey, the Twitterverse is disagreeing with me. I guess we'll see what the judges say. Oh, swinging from the hips, Barriault is. Nice body shot from Anders as he shoots for the single leg. Has his head stuck in a guillotine. Doesn't look like he's in any danger, though. I really don't understand how people have that with Anders 2 down. I'm literally texting my boy, what do you score it as? Because am I crazy? Am I the Hobbitses? Yeah, from Anders, but he got, oh, nice combination. Kick to the body, followed by a left for Barriault. Eric Anders looking tired this round. And he's eating some punches, unable to get out the way. With this fight numerically being so close, he cannot afford to take his foot off the gas pedal. Those kicks to the body are nasty from Barriault. Again, followed by the right hand over the top to cross. Leg kick followed by a cross. Using that cross a lot better this round than he did the last. Back to what he was doing on the first. Barriault putting combinations together pretty well this round. Way better than he did the last. Oh, that cross for Barriault. He's really sitting on it. And Anders is feeling it. Teep kick to the body from Barriault. Jab over the top from Barriault, leading with the cross as well. To me, this is Barriault's best round thus far. Oh, that cross. There is so much power behind that. Barriault's landing. Anders is feeling it. He's hurt. Anders now backing up. That kick to the body is so powerful. A darting jab then for Barriault. Again, the jab. Anders just doesn't have enough energy to put into these strikes. As he looks up at the clock. He needs something big if he's going to take this round. He is down bad on this round. Nice cross from Anders there. Followed by a head kick. 2 seconds left. Good fight. Very good fight. Here we go. Let's see how the judges are going to score it. I have it 2-1 Anders. It looks like the interweb tells me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Some people have it 3-0 Barriault. Some people have it 2-1 Barriault. Story of the fight, though. Anders, the work he had against the cage, absolutely beautiful. He was landing hooks. He was landing really short, powerful elbows. He was landing knees. He was landing uppercuts, etc., etc. against the cage. It was beautiful work against the cage in round 1 and most of round 2. Barriault, his most beautiful strikes were the kicks to the body. The teeps were definitely nice to start out, but then he started just really throwing those power kicks into the torso of Eric Anders. And then followed by those crosses. Eric Anders has a lot of attitude tonight, man. He's waving everybody off. All right, here we go. Reading off the scorecard. And yeah, the judges, 30-27 for Barriault. Man, was I wrong. I don't think I've ever been so wrong on a scorecard. I've been wrong on a scorecard. I don't think I've ever been that wrong on a scorecard as I just was. I'm going to have to rewatch that one, man. Because I really liked Anders' work in the first round against the cage. I thought he did enough in round 2. I was wrong. He lost both of those rounds, man, with every single fucking judge. Holy shit. Good for Marc-Andre Barriault. Definitely a good fight. Either way, Anders, nothing to be upset about. But as I mentioned, as soon as the fight started, he is a streaky fighter. He has not been able to build any type of real run in quite a while. And I don't think he's had more than a 4-fight win streak in the UFC. Definitely not of note. So unfortunate for him. He got a nice spot opening up a pay-per-view card. If he won, maybe a ranked opponent next, right? You know, who knows at this weight class, but it looks like it was Barriault tonight. The Canadians are killing it tonight. Numerically, 103 strikes to 87 for your winner. Now, this next fight, I am very excited about. Dan Ige versus Nate Landwehr. I think it is going to be a goddamn war, and I cannot fucking wait. We're going to dig into these stats and records of both those men as soon as I get these panels ready for you. Give me 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. I got you. This is a one-stop shop. You understand what I'm saying? It's a one-man show. You heard me? Just digging what I'm doing. Go ahead, like, subscribe, follow. I'm out here for every major combat sports event. If you need links, closed mouths don't get fed. It's your boy, Mike This MMA, the man with the golden mic. Back at it like I never fucking left. You understand what I'm saying to you? We're here live for UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana, and this card has been fire thus far. Hope you're having fun. You know, if the golden mic is out, I'm having a good fucking time. You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. We've got some bangers on this card. It's not the most name value you will ever see on a pay-per-view card, but people saying that it's not going to be good, you're a casual. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I know that word is used a little too often now, but no, I really mean that shit. If you're a real fight fan, if you're a real UFC fan, a real MMA fan, you looked down this card, saw these names lined up, and said, Hot fire, hot fire, hot fire, hot fire like Dylan spit. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Worth spending $80 on? Not my $80. But, you know what I mean? Like, what you do with your money is up to you. Again, if you need links, holla at me if you heard me. But an entertaining card nonetheless, I think. All right, let's get this link back up. Quick refresh. Bang. We in here. Easy. Just like that. Your link goes down. Press refresh before you go crying to me. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't want to hear that shit. It's like, nah. They got Spider-Man playing in a serious role. I'm gonna have to check that out. Again, like, subscribe, etc., etc. Let's go into the matchup that is coming up now. That is Dan Ige versus Nate Landwehr. Bangers. There we go. This UFC website needs some revamping, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we have the 16-6 Dan Ige. We have the 17-4 Nate Landwehr. Both coming off a win. Slight height advantage for your boy Nate. Okay, I'm not the only person in the world that had Anders 2-1. Thank you, my boy John. Shout out to you. Did Danny Ige miss weight, or is his website just garbage? I'm going to say the website's garbage. Similar reach advantage, etc., etc. Let's look at the records as of late. Dan Ige, 5 wins by knockout, 5 by submission, 6 first round finishes for your boy Ige. So you know he brings the heat. Striking accuracy 46%, which is not bad at all. Takedown accuracy 27, not great. Significant strikes landed 3.8 per minute, absorbed 3.5, so he pretty much gives one to get one. Coming off a win over Jackson, but did lose last year, June, against Evloev. Before that, lost against Emmett. He had a little losing streak going on right there. He was on a 3-fight skid. Evloev in June of 2022, Josh Emmett December of 2021, and Korean Zombie in June of 2021. Now, those aren't pushovers, right? They're not scrubs, especially Josh Emmett, who just fought for, the interim title. And then Korean Zombie, who's always a tough out for anyone in this division. But, a losing streak's a losing streak. And then before that, he juggled a couple wins. He had a win against Tucker, but lost versus Cater. Again, a killer. Ige not having the best of luck as of late. Does have a win over one of my favorite lightweight strikers in Edson Barboza. If you didn't see Prime Barboza and how fast those kicks were, whoo, go back on Fight Pass and check that shit out. Suffice to say, Ige needs a fucking win. Like, let's be honest, right? He has 2 wins out of the last 6 fights. That's not good, right? That's not what the UFC wants, especially in a division as deep as 145. Dan Ige needs this shit. And he has a big platform now, being on a pay-per-view of the double champ Amanda Nunes. Of course, this pay-per-view is not going to do crazy numbers. Let's be real. It'll probably do 150,000. 200,000 would be a humongous success for this card. And likely only facilitated by Oliveira versus Dariush being in the co-main. But nonetheless, you're on a pay-per-view card. You're in Canada, which is a market that the UFC is trying to get back in. They used to be huge in Canada. And that's not to say that MMA is not popular in Canada. Chill the fuck out before you guys light me up, right? But they used to have several cards, pay-per-view cards in Canada a year. This is the first time they've been in Canada, what since pre-pandemic or some shit like that? So if you're going to get a win, there's worse places to get a win than tonight on this pay-per-view card. Now let's look at your boy Nate Landwehr. 8 wins of his 17 wins by knockout, 2 by submission, 2 first-round knockouts. So though he does get shit done, it's usually in those later rounds. 49% striking accuracy, 63% takedown accuracy. That's some shit right there. 6.4 strikes landed per minute. That is very good. 5.51 absorbed. Not so good, but he is giving an extra strike to what he's absorbing. You don't want to absorb that many, right? You're not going to have the longest career absorbing that many strikes on a regular basis. But 6.5, your opponent's absorbing even more. Coming off 3 wins in a row, Landwehr is. Hasn't lost since February of 2021 versus Rosa. He has wins over the likes of Darren Elkins, who's, tough son of a bitch, to say the least. A win over Gilbert Burns' little brother. No disrespect to him, I just forget his first name. But yes, his last loss was by TKO, first round. Shit happens. February 21. Since then, submission versus Klein. Decision versus Onama. And then a submission win versus Lingo. 3-fight win streak. Nate Landwehr is coming to get his 4th win in a row in the octagon to start a little run at featherweight. You need more than 4 wins to really talk about being a player, but that'll get you into the conversation of fighting these ranked guys. It'll get your name out there. Depending on how you do it, say you get a knockout, a submission on Monday, you're on an MMA Hour, or Luke Thomas is talking about you on Morning Combat, and boom, you got guys calling you out, or you're calling people out and chasing them and stirring the pot, etc., etc., etc. Nate Landwehr can talk as well. So let's see how the trained Nate Landwehr does against Dan Ige. Both exciting fighters, both bring it, both tough as nails. But I have a inkling that their careers are going in 2 different directions. I have Nate Landwehr winning this fight by KO second round, baby. Let's go. And I said Nate Landwehr would be in a conversation about calling ranked opponents out. Dan Ige is still ranked. I am a little confused about that, but he is number 13, to say the least. Nate Landwehr looks ready. Look at him. Look at him. Let's go. Let's go. Got me excited. He's walking out to the center of the octagon. Get hyped, baby. Let's go. UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. That's right. It's your boy, Mike Jason MMA, the man with the golden mic. Back at it like a crack addict in the 80s. If you have not done so, like, subscribe, etc. If you need links, close mouths. Don't get fed. Holla at me if you need me. My man Ice, what it does, baby. Welcome back. As always, I hope you guys are having a good time. You know for a goddamn fact, I am. Links on deck. The gold mic on deck. The fro is froing. The beard is bearding. Second fight of the night of a card that has been bangers since the first banger. Here we go. And these Octagon girls tonight, I'm telling you, whew, it's getting hot in here, y'all. Relax. Relax. Everybody calm down. Round one, Dan Ige, Nate Landwehr. Dan Ige doubling up on the jab, pushing Landwehr towards that warning track, I call it, where all the logos are on the outside of the little mini octagon on the ground. Those teep kicks to the knees, Nate Landwehr just tried to throw. That is, I can't stand that strike. I don't judge anyone for throwing it. I get why they throw it, but I despise that strike. I really wish John Jones never made that a fucking thing. It's disgusting. It really hurts people really bad. I don't like watching that shit at all. And Landwehr is trying really hard to land those teeps. Oh, nice 1-2 combination from Dan Ige. One minute down, not much going on yet. Both men just trying to fill each other out. Dan Ige really coming forward with that jab, though. I'm curious if Landwehr is going to try to counter around that. Oh, and then Dan Ige just wings one to the body of Nate. That left hand was nasty to the body. I like that. Landwehr really just throwing leg kicks and teeps to the knee at this point right now. Nothing big, nothing demonstrative from your boy Nate. Leg kick from Ige. Nicely landed. Nice jab from Dan Ige. Nice right hand from Landwehr. Ooh, ducks the right hand of Dan Ige, Landwehr does. Which is a good thing because that thing had bad intentions on it. Landwehr's getting real close. He's getting inside, but he's not throwing anything besides these kicks to the body that aren't landing. These like push kicks to the body. Need to see more from Nate. This isn't the fight that I thought we'd be watching from him early on. But as I said, it is early on, so let's see what he has in store. Leg kick from Landwehr. Dan Ige landing a leg kick. Nice little right hand that Landwehr kind of ducked into from Ige. It didn't land fully, but it did partially land. Right there above the left eye of Landwehr. I don't like these front kicks or push kicks. I can't really tell exactly what type of kick they're missing so bad that Landwehr is throwing, but not a fan. Ige's ripping to the body. There you go. Landwehr tries to throw a combo. But then Ige just throwing very smart. Throwing, covering. Throwing on the other side, covering. Striking very intelligently, Dan Ige is. Ige misses and Landwehr tries to unload, but Ige keeping his guard high, blocks every single strike. Nice. Very smart and controlled Dan Ige tonight. I like it. Not bowling well for my prediction of Nate winning in the second round, but you know, I'm not going to be a hater out here. Ooh, left hand lands for Dan Ige. Gives Nate Landwehr going back. Not sure if it was a stumble or a trip or both. But the optics were not good for your boy Nate. And if the round wasn't already clear for Ige, that solidified it in my book. 1 round to nothing, Dan Ige. Nate's coach is telling him to use that knee for a feint. Don't overthrow it. Ooh. That was nice. That left hand was nice. Yeah, definitely caught Nate off balance, but it still hurt. Marvin Vettori versus Cannonier next week. That should be good. But it could also be a snore fest. I'm hoping for the former and not the latter. Nate has to start something. He needs to find some type of success. He can't let Ige keep going first because Ige's getting in and out, circling beautifully, engaging and disengaging whenever the fuck he wants to. Nate has to do something to make this fight on his terms somehow. He's not doing anything to earn the respect of Ige. He's not doing anything to trap Ige. There you go. He came in with a nice little 1-2. Didn't fully land, but that's something. Nice knees to the body for Nate. Jab lands for Ige right there. And look, Ige's able to get Nate against the cage with nothing but head movement and footwork. Then lands a nice combination right there. Ige is fighting the way smarter fight. Head kick misses for Landwehr. Oh, nice right hand lands for Nate. Left hand for Ige just now. Ige mixing it up a little bit to the body. There we go. Body head. Left hand. That was nice. I like that. Left hook to the body. Bam. Left hand upstairs. Nice. From Dan Ige. Nate has to do something to make this fight sloppier, to make it a brawl, to corner Ige. because the technical fight in the middle of the octagon, Dan Ige is all over him, dancing circles around him. And I mean, I don't mean that like, oh, he has Nate bloodied and battered, but Dan Ige is clearly winning this fight. Nice head move from Ige. Oh, nice right hand for Dan Ige. Nice kick to the body from Nate right there, though. I like that. Teep kick right underneath the solar plex. And look at that, 31 strikes to 12. Nice right hand from Nate. But Dan Ige spins him around, puts him on the fence, and back to fighting his fight. Oh, left hand from Dan Ige drops Nate Landwehr. Now right hand's on the ground. Oh, Nate's done. Oh, that ground and pound. The up kick from Landwehr, though, lands. Wow, and Nate makes it to the third round. Will he make it to his stool is the question. Oh, yeah, he's wobbly. Wow. Wow. Nate is hurt from that left hand. Wow, that left hand from Ige, that is what I'm talking about. He's winning the technical battle, and he's landing these nice left hands. He's switching stances, landing from wherever he wants. Got to be careful, though. Nate Landwehr landed a really good up kick. As the doctor checks out Nate. Here we go, third round. Nice little combination from Nate right there. Got to wonder how much he recovered in just that 60 seconds because he was wobbly going to his cage. He's got to know, though, that he's down 2 rounds to none. So now he both has to come forward and be careful coming forward because I can't imagine that he's recovered already. Dan Ige looking spectacular this fight. Nice slips right there for Nate, though. Slipped both of those punches. That 1-2 combination from Ige. That was nice. But he's got to get offensive. He's got 3.5 rounds to get a finish as far as I'm concerned. Little do I fucking know I was horribly wrong on that last scorecard. Nice jab from Nate. Got the tie clinch. What's he going to do with it? Nothing. Nice left hand from Ige. Another one. Ige getting busted up this round a little bit from that jab of Nate. Nate's landing these jabs pretty regularly. This is what I wanted to see from him from first round. To be in Ige's face. Throwing. Oh, nice knee from Nate. Nate able to reverse positions, put Ige against the fence. Oh, both men land in the clinch. Nate with another elbow. And knee to the body. Nate definitely, oh, nice elbow in the clinch. Nate for sure feels it. He knows he has to not only win this round, but, he's got to go for a finish as far as I'm concerned. Jab to the body for Ige. Oh, left to the body for Ige. That was nasty. I think that hurt him. I would like to see him go after it again. That left hand to the body. Oh. Ige's left hand is nasty. Nice leg kick. Mixing it up beautifully. I want to see him go back to the body, though, with that left hand. I think that hurt Nate. Nate grabs with a single leg, uses it to just land a strike. Nate puts himself in a stupid position. 20 seconds left. He needs to just be throwing. Now Dan Ige all over him. If you're Dan Ige, I try to stay in this position for the next 20 seconds. There we go. Nate gets double underhooks. He should let go and just start striking. Let go and just start striking. Oh, both men land elbows. Wow. Very nice third round. In my opinion, that was the most competitive round. Those jabs were really starting to maul up the face of Ige. I give it to Ige 2-1. I give the last round to Nate Landwehr. I think those jabs were beautiful that round. I really do. But I think Ige did enough in the first two rounds to run away with it. Let's see if the judges agree with me, because they sure as fuck did not last fight. That left hand that dropped Nate was so nasty. It was really good. Again, that left hand inside, out, everywhere tonight. He was landing that left hand. Beautiful. I would like to see him throw it a little bit more to the body. As you saw, as I saw, the left hook to the body was hurting Nate. I think that last one he threw in the third round really hurt Nate. You saw his elbow go down a little bit to cover up. But I don't think Ige saw it. All right, let's go and see what the judges have to say. (29-28), 29-28, which I agree with, but then 30-27. I don't give that last round to Dan Ige, but I agree with all the judges that round 1 and 2 were Dan Ige. I don't agree with that last judge that the third round should not have gone to Nate. I did think Nate did enough to win one round. But overall, Dan Ige did enough to win. I believe that was a great win. Let's listen real quick to what Ige has to say while I get these panels ready for you guys. These highlights, that left hand was just lights out tonight. I'll keep saying it. Dan Ige looked really, really good tonight. Congrats to him. Another exciting fight coming up. Mike Mallet versus Adam Fuggett. Fuggett. Fuck it up, fuck it up. Cannot wait to see that one. Both men, listen to this. Average fight time for Mike Mallet, under 6 minutes. 5 minutes and 54 seconds. Adam Fuggett, 7 minutes and 53 seconds. Both of these guys get the job done. The reach advantage is for Adam Fuggett, 77 to 73. We have Orthodox versus Southpaw. Hopefully, no headbutts this time. And we are going to go on a brief intermission. I will return when the third of 5 fights begin. I do not disagree, Ice. I do not disagree. This is about to be a hell of a fight. My boy just said he's thinking about going to sleep. I said, don't do that shit on this fight, brother. You understand what I'm saying to you? Fugit, who I am going to refer here and forever as Fugit, and your boy Mike Mallet. The Canadians, I think, have been flawless tonight. Let's see if they can do it again. I do not know who will win this fight, but I do know it is going to be bangers are us. You understand me? Holy shit, a railing fell during the walkout? What is going on in Canada? Again, we are live for UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. That's right, it's your boy, Mike Just MMA, the man with the golden mic, back at it like I never fucking left. Your boy is Dolo tonight, but don't you worry, the energy is on 100,000. You understand? That's 100,000 to the thousandth power in case you're like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh my God. Anyway, like, subscribe, etc., etc. If you need links, closed mouths don't get fed. I got links on deck, baby. If that link don't work, guess what? Another motherfucking link. If that link don't work, I said on deck. Do I have to keep repeating my goddamn self? Let's go. Third fight of the night for UFC 289. Fugit versus Mallet. I do not have a prediction for this fight. Besides, it's going to be a goddamn barn burner. Will not make it to the end of the third round. Let's go. See how quick I got locked in? I was here. The fight started. You know what I'm saying? Like, fan first, baby. Fan first. Let's go. Mallet looking like Paul Felder's little brother. Little big brother. Head kick just misses. Oh, body kick lands from Mallet. Hurts, fuck it. Oh, Mallet's on him. Both guys landing now. As I said, bangers to start this goddamn fight. Holy shit. Telling you. Appreciate you and your girl, Ice. Thank you for the support. They are not playing games out here, y'all. Mallet fainting with that. Ugh. Everything they're doing is with ill intent. As I was saying, Fugit doing is fainting with his hip, trying to get Mallet to bite so that he can get a read on how Mallet is going to react. Mallet, though, is no-selling the fuck out of that feint. He's not biting on it whatsoever, which is giving Fugit no direction on how to enter safely. Ugh. Mallet is not afraid one bit of Fugit. Mallet was talking a big game at the press conference as well. Oh, nice left hand for Fugit. Oh, head kick from Mallet, partially blocked. But if you've watched my channel before, there's no such thing as a blocked kick unless it is a missed kick. Wherever that lands, it is hurting you. Oh, okay, that was a low blow. Fucking tells the ref to back up, he good. But that was definitely a low blow. Fuck it with that Muay Thai stance. You see him raising his knee. Again, just trying to get a read. Because even when he's raising that knee, he might just drop it real quick and come with that other leg. Either to the body or to the head. A dangerous style for fuck it. Oh, comes in too hot though, and Mallet just with a body lock takedown. Like, that's not good to see at this high level of MMA. Getting taken down with nothing but a body lock, that's not good, man. At welterweight, there's so many wrestlers at welterweight. You can't be getting body locked, pretty much essentially bear hugged. And not even a bear hug. It wasn't double underhooks. That's a bad look for Fugit. Fugit, fuck it. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. If you're not having fun, you're on the wrong goddamn channel. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, subscribe, etc., etc. I'm out here, baby, for every major combat sports event. Except, as mentioned, the next pay-per-view card. I will be overseas. And I don't think I'm going to be bringing my equipment with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but it's summertime, baby. Get you some outsiding in, too. Oh, Mallet misses with that combination. The 1-2 and the head kick, but again, unfazed, unflinching, unafraid Mallet is. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this kid. Oh, grabs the kick. Turns it into a high ankle pick almost. And then just trips. Fuck it to the ground. I don't like the takedown defense of fuck it. If we can call it that. It seems like anytime Mallet wants this fight to go to the ground, it's going to the ground. Fucking trying to work a rubber guard. Haven't seen anyone successfully use a rubber guard probably in a decade. Not gonna lie. End of round 1. I promise bangers we are getting. You understand me? This has been a good fight thus far. It has been Mallet's fight thus far, in my humble opinion. Though, my judging is a little off from that first fight. At Anders' fight, I had 2-1 Anders. They told me to shut the fuck up and gave it 3 rounds to the other guy. So, you know, I did have the last fight good. Ige, 2 rounds to 1 in my opinion. 2 judges agreed. 1 judge did give Ige all 3 rounds, although I thought Nate did enough to win. This fight, thus far, I have it 1-0 Mallet. Oh yeah, look, those toes just went right under the rib. Nasty, 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 nasty. And then look at that body lock takedown. It's 1 underhook on the left side, an overhook on the right side. With any high-level fighter, that should be a 50-50 position, right? Not here. Able to get the takedown without even really tripping him out. He just kind of just bullied him to the ground. It happens sometimes. If you listen to Aljo talk about the Cejudo fight, he did get caught with a body lock, but it was more of a bear hug. You still shouldn't get caught in those either at this high level, but that shit happens, especially someone shorter and strong and as good at wrestling as Cejudo is. But that's not what we just saw right here. Mallet literally just bullied him to the ground. And then the second takedown, caught a kick, turned it into a high ankle, tripped him out. Not the type of defense that you want to see on the pay-per-view card from a welterweight. Too many wrestlers at this weight class. Mallet trying to continue carrying the torch for the Canadians. They are killing it tonight. I'm not sure if I see the Canadian lose tonight. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but pretty sure they've gone undefeated. Oh, left hand from Mallet. Oh, and he turned it into a guillotine. Does he have it? Does he? Oh! Oh, and he tapped. And Fugit tapped. Woo, baby. What a fight. The Canadians go wild. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Wow. Wow, wow, finish. What a fight. Do I lie to y'all? Like, I feel like I tell you the motherfucking truth. I said bangers will be had, and bangers were gotten. You understand what I'm saying to you? Holla at me if you heard me. That was beautiful. They're now going back to the replay of that kick to the body early. That's cool. We don't want to see that. Boom, right hand. Bam! That left cross to follow. Check right hook from southpaw. Throw the cross right over it. Beautiful. And instead of being a young fighter that used to get in finishes, instead of just jumping on him, start hammer fisting him and hoping that he gives up or hoping that he has nothing left or hoping that you take that man's soul, he switches to the guillotine so fast and then rolls with it, winds up in a mounted position, and that shit was too deep. Gave his opponent no choice but to tap. Beautiful. Composure on 3,000. That was fantastic. If that didn't wake you up, I don't know what the fuck you're watching. He's going off. Let's go. Even the ref Dan Mergliata is enjoying it. You know it's a good time when Big Dan got a smile on. Let's listen to what the young Canadian prospect has to say as I get those next panels ready for you. The crowd is going wild. Very happy for this man. Mallet repeating what he said at the press conference, that this is their show. This is the Canadians' night. It looks like he was right. Again, I don't remember seeing a Canadian lose tonight. Look at this. Boom. Right hand southpaw. Bam. Cross right behind it. Woo. Bam. Boom. Nice. And then goes for the guillotine so quick. So quick. Once I seen him in half, I didn't think he was going to be able to get it. But the fact that he was able to keep it tight and then roll over into the mount, fuck it, tapped instantly once that position switched. You can't write that up any better. That was fucking beautiful. Beautiful. This man saying it's a dream come true. Again, congratulations to him. Congratulations to all the Canadian fighters who were able to get a George W. in front of their home crowd. I know that's got to be something special for them. Fantastic. He is hype. Go ahead and tell him, young man. Go ahead and tell him. Baby. What a fucking win. I did not have a prediction besides it was going to be an exciting fucking fight. I'm going to say my prediction was correct. The odds did have it, though, For Mallet, looks like the odds makers knew what they were talking about on that one. The favorite actually has won on every fight tonight. Let's look and check out the record of Canada tonight, man. Because again, I don't think they lost. Kyle Nelson was the first Canadian. He got a win. He was an underdog tonight. Zahabi, the little brother of the famous coach, slight underdog, also got the win. Jasmine Jasadavikas. I probably butchered the hell out of her name. I'm just going to call her Jasmine. But she beat the shit out of Miranda Maverick. She looked great. Miranda did not. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I would like to not see Miranda Maverick in the octagon anymore. No hating on her. Nothing against her. Cool character, right? She had her time beneath the spotlight, but I just don't think she's UFC caliber. I think her trying to fight at flyweight is not a thing that's going to work. She's like 5'3", 5'4". Those girls at flyweight, they're too long, they're too fast, and they're honestly starting to become too good. Flyweight is a division that's finally starting to come up a little bit, and I don't see a place for a Miranda Maverick, to be honest with you. Anyway, moving on. Marc-Andre Barriault, the next Canadian, he won. And then Mike Mallet. The Canadians, ladies and gentlemen, have had a clean sweep tonight. Not one Canadian has tasted defeat. Congrats to them for that. That doesn't matter to them as much as their individual wins, but a feat none the less. Of course, I'm doing all this talking, I'm doing all this yapping, I'm trying to kill some time before, in my opinion, the people's main event, Charles the Bronx Oliveira versus Beneil, the overlooked Dariush. Yes, I made that nickname up. Yes, I made it up on the fly. What does it mean? It means give this man a goddamn title shot, Dana White. Give him a goddamn title shot. We are going to dig into why the fuck you should give Beneil Dariush a title shot right now. Because you know this promo that they're about to show is going to be at least another fucking 10 minutes. So let me stretch. Hold on. All right, I'm good. I'm all right. I know you guys are worried about me. I'm getting a little up there in age. I know you can see the grays coming through a little bit. I started to accept that I had a few grays in the beard, but just last week I found a gray in my mustache, and I don't know if I was ready for it. Anyway, we're going to keep going, all right? How's that? Beneil Dariush, 8-fight win streak. At 155, come the fuck on. In this day and age, at 155, an 8-fight win streak, as impressive as any fucking win streak in the UFC right now, right? Let's keep going. Last win over young up-and-coming Gamrot. A dangerous fight, a fight I would not have taken if I was him, but I'm not. 5 wins by knockout, 8 by submission. This man gets it done, and gets it done several different ways. He can bang, he can submit, etc., etc., etc. 49% striking accuracy, pretty good. Takedown accuracy, 34%, not bad. Not great, not bad. Is a threat, though. You do have to worry about the takedown at all times. 3.81 significant strikes landed. That's okay. That's decent. Now, what is good, significant strikes absorbed less than 2.5. I'm sorry, 2.55. So just at 2.5 strikes per minute absorbed, while he's landing almost 4 strikes per minute. That is a respectable differential right there. Takedown average about 2 per fight. As they show in the highlights. Now, let's look at this win streak. Gamrot, again, young up-and-comer, very, very dangerous fighter. Some people had Gamrot picked to win that fight. He wins that unanimous decision. Before that, Tony Ferguson big name, on a downslide a little bit. This is back in 2021. And now there's a lot of time going on in between these fights. It's usually not Dariush's fault. People don't want to fight him. He's dangerous, he's talented, he's well-rounded, and he's not a big name. He's not the most exciting guy you've ever seen. So a lot of people don't want to take that risk versus the reward in fighting him. So he sits a long time sometimes, right? His last fight was October of 2021. That's what, 9 months ago? Then before that, it was about a year and a half. Before that was the Tony Ferguson fight. He won by unanimous decision. Unanimous decision against Ferreira. KO versus Holtzman in 2020. KO versus Drakkar Klose in 2020. Submission versus Camacho in 2019. Submission over Drew Dober 2019. Win over Moises 2018. His last loss was a KO loss to Alexander the Great Hernandez, and that was back in 2018. Now, when he has lost, a few of them have been by knockout. He did lose by knockout against Edson Barboza in 2017. Edson Barboza in 2017 is different than the Barboza now. That motherfucker was a problem. But suffice to say, 8 wins, has not lost since 2018. At 155, if you have 8 wins, if you go 5 years without a loss, give that man a goddamn title shot. I can't see how you can keep him away from a title shot if he wins this fight. Tied third most wins in UFC lightweight history at 16. Come on, we're talking about the premier division of the modern era. We're talking about never less than the top 3 divisions in the UFC. And that man is riding an 8-fight win streak. That man has not lost in 5 rounds. That man is tied for the 3rd most wins in the goddamn division. He's making history every time he walks the fuck out. Give Beneil Dariush a title shot. Now, you cannot mention history in this division without talking about the man that he's standing across the octagon from. Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. We're talking about a man with 9 wins by knockout. We're talking about a man with 21 wins by submission. A lot of the fighters on this card don't have 21 fights, period. Period. In the 3rd fight of the night, both fighters had 9 wins to their name. Charles Oliveira has 9 wins by knockout. 33-9 is Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. Charles Oliveira, unlike Beneil Dariush, and no disrespect to Beneil Dariush, again, is not all his fault, but unlike Beneil Dariush, Charles Oliveira has fought the who's who between 145 and 155. 53% striking accuracy. 40% takedown accuracy. 3.48 strikes landed per minute, respectable. 3.2 strikes absorbed, not bad. 2.37 takedown average per fight. That's pretty good. Now let's talk about the record, right? That's what you guys want to hear. What's his record compared to Beneil Dariush? Dariush, only 4 losses, riding an 8-fight win streak. The Bronx has 9 losses, but that man has a long career. Most finishes in UFC history at 19. Most submissions in UFC history at 16. The former lightweight undisputed champion of the UFC. Yes, he did lose his belt via submission in the 2nd round in a fight where he did not look himself. A fight that he says he was not himself. So much so that he has not gone back to watch that fight. We'll find out if that's good or bad. Maybe, maybe not. Right? But before that, he had a win over Gaethje, submission in the 1st round. Before that, he had a win over Dustin Poirier in a fight where he looked like he might be in trouble, but boom, submission, surprise, surprise, third round. He has a KO victory in the second round versus Michael Chandler, who's tough as fucking nails. He has a decision win over Tony Ferguson. He has a submission win over Kevin Lee, win over Gordon, win over Lentz, TKO, submission, TKO, win over Tamor, TKO, submission over Jim Miller, submission over Giagos, submission over Clay Guida. Do you want me to keep going? Don't worry, I will. He did lose by TKO to Paul Felder back in 2017. So besides the Islam Makhachev fight, he has not lost since 2017 to Paul Felder. How fucking impressive is that? How fortunate are we to see this goddamn matchup? Number 1 versus number 4. The former champ versus the deserving contender. The man who wants another go at it to the man who can't seem to get a chance to step up to the big show. Here we go. The co-main event. Unfortunately, it is 3 rounds. I wish it was 5, but the odds say it will not go all 15. So who the fuck cares, right? And I have not mentioned tonight, which, shame on me, Bruce Buffer's jacket's fly as fuck tonight. Just saying. As always. As always. If you're not excited after that, you're on the wrong goddamn channel. Because that's right, you're live. It's your boy, Mike Doesn't Make, the man with the golden mic. And we are live for UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. It is the co-main event. It is the 4th of 5 fights. It has been nailed to Dariush, the contender, versus Charles Do Bronx Oliveira, the former champion. The consensus theory is that the winner of this fight gets a shot at Islam Makhachev. For Charles Oliveira, it will be a shot at redemption, a fight where he says he was not himself due to injury. He got finished rather quickly. He looked lifeless. Let's see how he looks tonight. Against Beneil Dariush, again, I will say it for the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, etc., 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 etc. time. The man that deserves the title shot. Look at this crowd. They could not be more fucking excited. Oh, Canada, oh, Canada, don't know the words. These Octagon girls tonight. Whew. Fuego. Just telling the truth. Here we go. First round. If you ain't got goosebumps, fuck are you doing? Let's go, baby. Nice leg kick from Dariush. Oh, head kick lands for Oliveira. Both men know what's for grabs. They are not playing the filling out process game. Dariush, nice little 1-2. Oh, head kick gets blocked. Got to be careful. Oh, nice knee to the body for Do Bronx. Now here is where it's going to get interesting. The grappling matchup. You see Dariush against the cage. It is still 50-50. Dariush with a slight advantage, squeezing that overhook so that the elbow's kind of going in to Oliveira's body. But Do Bronx able to turn him, but winds up on the ground. Not sure if he pulled guard or just got off balance. That was weird. That was odd. I don't understand what the fuck just happened right there. It was a 50-50 position. Dariush had Oliveira press up against the cage, and Oliveira turned him, which, okay, understandable, but then Oliveira wound up falling to his back. Dariush now on top, trying to lay some ground and pound. Right now, Dariush did, see, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I try, man. I try. Now, Dariush has to be careful posturing up while he's in the guard of Charles Oliveira again. The most submission wins in the UFC history. The most finishes in UFC history. You can't play around in the guard of Charles Oliveira. Look, he's grabbing for those ankle locks. He's grabbing for those knee bars. And he doesn't care if he actually gets a submission, because what it does is creates a scramble that then allows him to either be on top or to get up from these positions. He's got the knee. Dariush needs to get his knee out, and he does. I scream with those knee locks. If you guys were watching that last card, I forget, the young Brazilian woman got the other girl in a knee bar, and the girl did not tap in enough time. Her knee was like this to start, and it was that to end, and it was just disgusting. You can literally see it bend to the side. Really, really nasty. Nice up kicks from Charles Oliveira. Dariush smart, though, chucking those legs to the side. Now in half guard. Good hips from Charles Oliveira. Now has Dariush back in guard, but he has to get up. Because I understand that these ground guys, these Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys, you know, they're looking for the submission, right? They know what they're doing down there way more than I will ever understand. But what I do know for a fact is that I've never seen a judge give a fighter the round fighting off their back for a majority of the round. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. You can say it's right. You can say it's wrong. It does not fucking happen. If you're on your back, you're losing a round. As far as the judges are concerned, they are now back up on the feet. 50-50 position once again. And Charles Oliveira has Dariush pushed up against the cage. Let's see if he can do anything for it. Because right now I have him losing this round. That ink is clean on the back of Dubronx. Oh, head kick from Oliveira. Then a left hand over the top, right hand. Nice combination for Charles Oliveira. Right hand again. Oh, he's all over Dariush. Dariush going for the takedown. Oliveira now on his back. Can he get a hook in? Dariush scrambles. Able to get down in the half guard, but he's eating shots. Oh, now hammer fist. He's almost out. Hammer fist is still coming. And it's over. It's fucking over. Let's go. Charles Oliveira. Ending the streak of Dariush. Holy shit. He landed some powerful strikes, and that is why that man holds all them goddamn records. Let's go indeed. Come on. Oh, man. Let's fucking go. That was some shit. If you're not having fun, you're on the wrong channel. Oh, man. That was fucking nuts. Dubronx is looking at the camera just, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Charles Oliveira. Wow. I knew this fight was going to be exciting. I knew this fight was can't miss. And there goes Charles Oliveira into the crowd, hugging loved ones. This is dope. This is cool, man. Security, of course, trying to stop him. Let's look at this replay. Right hand just misses. Leg kick lands again. There is no such thing as a blocked. I'm sorry, head kick lands. That little check hook really is what started it. And then Dariush went for the takedown. It was too late. Charles Oliveira is too good at scrambling. Try to take the back. Dariush also very shifty. Tries to go under and create some type of reversal, or at least get into another advantageous position. At the very least, did not give up his back. But Charles Oliveira staying, keeping his posture, landing those hammer fists. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I stumbled over my words with the head kick. The head kick did not land. But as I said, if you have been here before, ladies and gentlemen, there's no such thing as a blocked head kick. You need to get the fuck out of the way or it's going to cause damage. I'm not saying that started. No, it did start it. I'm not going to say that that was not going to knock Dariush out, right? I'm not saying that that had him, seeing spots or, had him dazed or anything like that. But it was impact and started that combination of ferocious strikes that followed. I'm so goddamn excited, so please excuse me for stumbling over my words. That was fucking amazing. There's no question. Charles Oliveira next for the title. Dana White, I'm not trying to hear it at the press conference. I don't make fights after the fight. Shut the fuck up. Yes, you do. Charles Oliveira, Islam Makhachev, October, Abu Dhabi, UFC numbered whatever the fuck it's going to be. Let's go. Book it. Book it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand what I'm fucking saying, Dana White? Man, oh man. Now let's see what Drew Bronx has to say. Woo! That was some shit, y'all. I'm fairly confident that my neighbors are cursing me out right now. I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't give a fuck it. That was fantastic. All right, we're going to listen to what Drew Bronx has to say. Then I'll get the panels ready, and we will dive into the main event. Wow. He's now tied for most finishes in UFC WEC prize strike for his history. I guess they merged all that together. Mirko Cro Cop at 21. Man, look at that. I don't speak Portuguese, but I know Oliveira is talking that shit right now. Kyler Murray says, dude, Bronx, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go indeed. Charles Oliveira said he had to send a fucking message. He wasn't healthy before. He is now. Get some. Let's go. Here we go to replay again. Right hand just misses. Look, yeah, see? That head kick's blocked, but it's still with impact. Left hand lands a little bit. Nice little right hook. That really put him down. And then from there, it was just outstanding scrambling mixed in with the ground and pound. Beautiful. No one's able, very few people would be able to stay on top and still land those type of blows on Beneil Dariush. You got to feel heartbroken for Dariush. 8-fight win streak. What else did he need to do to get that goddamn title shot? The big names are still not going to fight him, and they're going to use this as an excuse not to. It fucking sucks. It's annoying. I hope he gets another big fight. Hope he gets a big name. But fuck. The better fighter tonight, his name is Charles Oliveira. Period. Period. Done. Book it, Dana. Islam says, congrats, Charles, but there's still levels in this game. We're going to find out in October, Islam. I'm not even saying Charles Oliveira is now automatically going to beat Islam. I have no idea. That's going to be a great fight. I can't wait to call it. I can't wait to watch it with you, my fellow fans. But, man, that fight's got to happen. That fight's got to happen. Wow. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. I enjoyed that. I wish that was the main event so we can go home, ladies and gentlemen. That was so fucking good. I'm with Paul Felder. You have to book the rematch. You have to. You have to. Ladies and gentlemen, hosts need bathroom breaks too. We are going to go on our last break, our last intermission. When we come back, it will be the main event, Nunes, Aldana, UFC 289. We'll be back in 10. go. Last fight of the night, the co-main event. If you are still with me, hello. You're a cool guy or gal. It's 2023. Who the fuck am I leaving them out? You know what I mean? We are live for the last time. UFC 289, Nunes versus Aldana. It's your boy, Mike Jess MMA, the man with the golden mic. Back at it like a crack addict in the 80s. You understand what I'm saying to you? We are here in the main event, ladies and gentlemen. It is Nunes. It is Aldana. It is who some people say is the greatest women's fighter ever in MMA. For me, it is arguable, but the fact that it is an argument shows how great the career of Amanda Nunes has been. We're talking about the only female champ the UFC has ever seen. Yes, there's an asterisk because technically she is the featherweight division, and I don't mean that as a joke. I mean, if you go to UFC.com, you click rankings for UFC featherweights women's division, you will only see her as a champion. I think there's been less than 10 fights in the last 3 years in the division. It shows you what they think of the division. Nonetheless, she did beat a real one, Cyborg, to win that belt in a fight that I did not think she was going to win, in a fight that I wish was rematched, but because of contract negotiations gone wrong, where have we seen that before, right? We were not able to see that rematch, unfortunately, because Cyborg and Dana White were not able to see face-to-face and get over a lot of it was just a bunch of old wounds from insults and things that they said about each other, largely that Dana White said about her. But nonetheless, Amanda Nunes has some high-quality wins to her record versus the up-and-coming young gunner, Aldana. Let's check the records out before these two ladies go at it. I'm so hyped from the goddamn co-main event. I told you I was upset that it wasn't 5 rounds, but it probably wouldn't fucking matter. It did not fucking matter. You know what I mean? Like, I know some shit a little bit, you know? I know some shit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, etc., etc., etc. I'm here for every major combat sports event. But as mentioned, the next pay-per-view I will not be here. I will be out of the country for a few weeks, living my best life, getting some outsiding in. I hope you get some outsiding in as well. It's good for the soul, you know what I'm saying to you? Next card, Vittori Cannonier. Really hoping that that is a banger. It does have the potential to be that. It also has the potential to be a snooze fest. Both of these guys have styles that can be both exciting and boring. So let's see the rest of that card. Not much going on. After that, it's Emmett versus Topuria. Emmett, of course, coming off that loss from Yair Rodriguez in the interim title fight. Topuria trying to make a name off Emmett. Let's see if he can do that. That is a 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time main card. Love that. Hebus versus Macy Barber. That should be a pretty good fight in the co-main right there. The rest of the card, there are some exciting, potential bangers. Not a lot of name value. Magny versus Rowe. That's not bad at all. Taffa versus Lane. Okay, yeah. There's definitely some bangers on that card. I will be watching that one for sure. Then you have Strickland versus Magomedov, which don't understand that matchup at all. On July 1st, Lipsky versus Gatto is on that card. Not a lot of name value on the card, but again, I watch all these goddamn cards because the ones without the name value often wind up being the most exciting. The next big pay-per-view is Volkanovski versus Rodriguez. What's the co-main on that? I believe it's Moreno. Yeah, Moreno versus Pantoja. Pantoja 2. Those both should be really good fights. You have Whittaker versus Duplessis on the third fight of the night. That is going to be a really, really high-level banger. I can't wait for that fight. Turner versus Hooker on that card. This card is fucking stacked. Bo Nickel versus Gore. Man. Lawler versus Price in the prelims? Come on. Brady versus Delia. That card is fucking insane. Jimmy Crute versus Manifield. That's going to be a good one. Woo! That card is stacked from top to bottom. Do not miss it, even though you're going to miss me, I'm sure. Anyway, the record of Nunes, Aldana before these ladies get it going. Nunes looking fantastic. I thought she looked a little small this week, but looks like she has rehydrated very well with her wife Nina in the corner as always. First, let's look at the streak that Aldana has going real quick before we get into one of the greatest women fighter ever. 14-6, 8 wins by knockout, 3 wins by submission, 9 first round finishes for Aldana. She is starting to put it together pretty goddamn good. 50% takedown accuracy, but that's 2 out of 4. That doesn't count for shit. Striking accuracy, 40%, very decent. 5.39 strikes landed per minute. That is good. 5.7 strikes absorbed. That is not good. She's not only landing above average, but she's getting landed on above average, and she's getting landed on more than she's landing. That is not something you like to see. That's not good for longevity in anyone's career. She has a win. Her last win was a KO versus Chesan, I believe is how you pronounce her name. I'm not really sure. She's a pretty up and down fighter, but she does have some good wins. Before that, a KO over Santos. Her last loss was in 2020, and that was to Holly Holm. So she's riding a 2-fight win streak. I know some people might say, well, that's not that impressive. Well, neither is the 135-pound bantamweight division. It just is what it is. It's night and day compared to what the males bantamweight division is, which is one of the most exciting and, in my opinion, the deepest weight class in the UFC. But nonetheless, when you look at the contenders, when you look at the rankings at 135, either they're not on a win streak or they already had their chance against Amanda and lost, right? And real quick, just to test out that little theory, because don't take my word for it, right? Let's go ahead and look at bantamweight. Juliana Pena. Oh, yeah. Let's not also forget, this wasn't originally supposed to be Aldana. It was supposed to be Juliana Pena. She gets injured. She's out. Aldana's in. Raquel Pennington already had her chance. Lost. Bad. Holly Holm already had her chance. Lost. Caitlin Vieira. She's at number 4. Maybe the timing didn't work out for Caitlin. Is Caitlin coming off a win, though? No, Caitlin's not coming off a win, so that's why she did not get to fight. She's coming off a loss to Pennington, and that's why you see Pennington as the substitute fighter. Because Vieira before that had a win over Holly Holm, a win over Miesha Tate. But a lot of these girls at 135, they're up and down. They're competitive amongst their peers. And then Amanda Nunes has pretty much stood out from the pack. That's kind of the story of the division. Now let's look at the record, impressive record of Amanda Nunes. 13 wins by knockout, 4 by submission, 14 first-round finishes for Amanda Nunes, the Lioness. Come on now. 52% striking accuracy, 57% takedown accuracy. She doesn't throw a lot. She doesn't go for a lot of takedowns, but when she does, more times than not, she's getting them. Significant strikes landed 4.4. That's pretty decent. Strikes absorbed is 2.75. That is good. That is good. It means she's landing blows and not getting hit very often. Win over Juliana Pena. She did lose over Juliana Pena, but to me, she looked like a whole different person. I don't count that but so much. She came back looking fantastic. Win over Anderson at 145. Win over Spencer at 145. Win over Duranamy for the 145-pound belt. A defender of 145-pound belt, I believe. Win over Holm. Cyborg. Pennington. Shevchenko. Must I go on? Here we go. The fight has started. The last fight of the night. The main event. Nunes, Aldana. Let's go. Nice leg kicks from Nunes early. Do I really have to say who I have to win this fight? It's Nunes. Come on now.